Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is the Prince of FNAF, and furthermore welcome back to yet another exciting figure review. Today we're taking a look at the Funko Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Roxanne Wolf. So as you can see here, I've had this figure for quite some time, so I still have the box, luckily. But we do have the Funko Collectible Action Figure Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, and then we have this really awesome glitch effect in the background of the box, and then we have Roxanne Wolf in nice bright red, and then the name tag fades from being black all the way to red, which gives a nice kind of atmospheric taste to the name tag. Back of the box, we can see all the figures available in the Security Breach line. We have Glamrock Freddy, Glamrock Chica, Roxanne Wolf, as seen here, and Montgomery Gator, and then the main villain of this game, Vanny, even though Vanny doesn't really have much to do, and had hardly no screen time. But enough dwelling on that. Figure time. So here is Roxanne Wolf rocking out with her keytar, and it looks pretty good for her keytar. It actually looks relatively accurate to what we see in the final game, in the opening sequence to Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, because that's the only time she really has the keytar. She leaves it in her green room when she goes on the hunt for Freddy and Gregory. But nonetheless, it still looks pretty accurate. She does have her bright yellow eyes, nice silvery white mane. She does have some nice purple eyeliner, purple lipstick. She has her halter top with some shoulder pads, and what I can only describe as panties or possibly short shorts. But that looks really cool. She has a really nice kind of bracer sort of design here, where it's like it really reminds me of the 80s, but it has this purple and black zebra print, and then the same for her stockings here. She's got some purple claws on both her toe claws and her finger claws, even though her finger claws are actually green. She's got green hair, so maybe she has pronouns too, who knows? It's 2023. Anyway, we turn her around here. We have that really awesome silvery white hair that Roxy's probably really proud of. And we got her tail here, which has a white tip, which is interesting because it gives me Foxy vibes, even though this is supposed to be a wolf and is in no way related to Foxy, at least that we know of. She even has a choker, which is a nice attention to detail here. She's got her choker, which is awesome, but really cool. She's got some nice eyelashes too. It's just an all-around nice figure. And I know a lot of people were saying that Roxanne Wolf looked like a rehash of FNAF 2 Funtime Foxy from Wave 2. But I think the head is actually slightly different. I mean, the snout is different, the eyes are different. Like, it's a similar head sculpt, sure, but it's different enough that I think it's not a complete just reuse of the Mangle head. So there's that. That confirms that no, this isn't just a reuse of that. So that technically makes this figure a completely brand new mold. Anyway, I'm going to take away her keytar. Really awesome looking keytar too, button on the back. Put it off to the side. And we'll get into her articulation. So, really cool. Her head just kind of wiggles from side to side because her hair is in the way. And then she can put her arms out like this and do the T-pose and prove that she's indeed the best of the Glamrock crew. Yep, she's asserting her dominance and showing that she is indeed the best one. And then her arms can move forward like this, and they can move back, but it's kind of hindered by her hair. And that goes for the same. They can move back and they can move forward, and then obviously the forearms do bend at the elbow. So you can have her crying, Gregory stole her eyes or whatnot. I mean, I feel like Roxanne Wolf got the worst of it in Security Breach. But there's that. And then she can also rotate her wrist here. She can angle that however you want. So there's that. She does also have some waist articulation, which is nice. Hooray for waist articulation. And I think this is one of the first lines that actually did waist articulation, and at least did it well, because I think waist articulation was introduced in the Pizzeria Simulator line, but her leg can move up that far, kind of restricted by her really thick kind of panties here. It doesn't go higher than that because the panties are actually like really thick. I don't know how to describe that. But then it moves down like this at her knee, and it gets restricted by her tail, which is unfortunate. I feel like they could have remedied that by having the tail being like a ball joint. You could like move it. I mean, I can move it slightly because it's just bendy, but I wouldn't try it. Don't try it, no, because Anakin tried it and he paid. But then here it moves up that far, and then this is where it gets weird. So it moves up that far, and then the leg can actually move back pretty far, and then move back like that. So they could have done a lot with having the tail be articulated as well, getting some more movement into the figure. But that pretty much wraps up the articulation on Roxanne Wolf. She was really nice. Definitely a cool figure. I mean, it's not super accurate to how she appears in Security Breach, but it's accurate enough. It's recognizable as Roxanne Wolf. But there it is. First up for comparison, here is Roxanne Wolf next to Funtime Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Here is Roxy next to Circus Bonnie from Balloon Circus. Here is Roxy next to Tie-Dye Chica and Tie-Dye Mr. Cupcake. Here she is next to Montgomery Gator. Here she is next to Grim Foxy from Curse of Dreadbear. And finally, here she is next to Glamrock Freddy. All things considered, I think she's a pretty solid figure. I wish there was more articulation. I wish the legs weren't kind of stuck because of the tail. I wish the tail was on a joint that allowed you to rotate it so you could get clearance to move the legs. But even with the limited articulation because of the tail and the hair, it's still a pretty solid All things considered, even with the limited articulation because of the tail and the hair, I still think it's a solid figure, and definitely it's a figure that'll make you happy if you're a fan of Roxanne Wolf. And it looks great next to the other Security Breach characters from the rest of the wave, bringing in Chica, Freddy, and my boy Monty here in the back. They just look great next to one another, all the figures, including Roxy. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Do take care, have a great night, and I'll see you in the next video.